Hello, family. Once again, you are welcome. Team, can you please mute yourself so that we don't, so that we can have a bit good quality. Family, we apologize for the late start. We apologize for the echoing. We apologize for everything. At least let's smile first. Merry Christmas. We thank God we're alive. We've come this far, of course. So today, as you can see, it's a wonderful topic. We are looking at how passive is going to bring a total solution to the recession that is ravaging every home around the world. So I think there's nobody who can now boast and beat their chest that I'm not being affected by this recession. So, however, good news is that there is a total solution to that. And of course, me and my powerful team were here to discuss this. So, as you join us, please join this conversation, share your experience, share what you think on passive is going to do. Let's discuss this and help people because I think many people, if not everybody, we are all going through a lot. So thank you, team, once again for joining. You all are welcome. Sister Gladys, do you want to say hi first, please?
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Thank you, team Anita, Collins, and Olufumi. Love you all. Always nice to meet here. Yes, I'm so happy to be on. Welcome, everybody. Yes, it's real. The recession is going on, but there's always hope. And today we are going to share why we think there is hope. Looking forward to a great discussion today. Thank you. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
All right, of course. Thank you, sis. Guys, as we go ahead, yesterday, Sister Fumi celebrated a milestone. She has made just 30 years in marriage only. Somebody said something really sweet. She looks like she's 30 years old, but she's celebrating her 30th anniversary. Congratulations again, sis. And of course, talk to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. It's nice to always be here with everyone. I love the fact that you guys, all the wishes, prayers, it was excellent. Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here, seeing you, yourself, Danita, Brad, Colleen, Sister Gladys, everyone. And those of you that are joining us tonight from whatever channel that you're watching from, thank you very much for joining us. And thank you for all the well wishes all over the place. I was so excited yesterday. It's good to have another family outside of my family. It's interesting and it's wonderful and exciting at the same time to be here and to be part of this family. Thank you very much. Sister Comfort, over to you.
All right, sis. Of course, thank you. Thanks so much, guys. If you are joining us now, the discussion for tonight is we all, including you watching, are going to look at what the recession is doing to families around the world. And that as we speak, we can smile because there is a solution. So, Brother Collins, do you want to say hi?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Comfort. Great to be with all the powerful ladies, just the one man among the ladies. So happy anniversary, Sister Fumi. I hope you really enjoy it, and I think you'll have many more anniversaries. You will live long to see what ONPASSIVE can do for your generation to come. So,
Yes.
so I just want to greet all those who are in and hope will provide enough information and will make this day a great day. So Merry Christmas in advance, and we just hope to make it and wish you a blessed day. Thank you, Mr. Comfort.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Brother Collins. Thank you. You are the only cock. In French, they say the cock, the cell cock, right, in the house. So you are here to guide and guard us, to protect us, even though we're strong enough to be. Yeah, so thank you. So, guys, do well to share and invite everybody. The discussion tonight is a different one. It's something that is touching everybody. How if on is ONPASSIVE going to be or to bring solution, total solution to the great recession that is ravaging every piece of happiness in every home now. So, Anita, you are welcome, please.
Good evening, everyone. So it's nice to be here. I mean, I just want to say ditto, 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 ditto to what the other four said, really. Happy anniversary to Fumi. And, what you said there about it's exciting to be here and amongst a family outside of your family. So, yeah, glad to be here and really good to be on this topic of conversation as well, because it's it's one that's really worrying everybody. So it's a great topic of conversation tonight. So really pleased to be here.
Oh yeah, sure, sis. Thank you. Thanks so much. So guys, please kindly mute yourself if you're not talking. So once again, family, the discussion for tonight is we are looking at a topic which says ONPASSIVE is going to bring total solution to the recession. We know that since 2019, with the advent of or the outbreak of the COVID-19, many people lost their jobs. Many people lost lives and family members who were breadwinners and stuff. Things have gone expensive. I can't say this enough, but we all know what is happening. It's not a good thing. This is Christmas. Every day in the UK, I think it's a thing here, or maybe because I've moved into a very friendly neighborhood, everybody's like, "Are you ready for Christmas?" I'm like, so because I can't say I'm ready because it's hitting hard in this family too. And today we are here to discuss, but then we just want to share. First of all, let's make a quick round. What do we hear on the news? Or do you have an experience, particularly how it's hitting you, and so on, so that finally we say we are not only here to entertain people with our problems or with people's problems, but we are bringing solution. Sister Gladys, would you like to have a go on this first, please?
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Yes, this is a tough time for sure to many, many, many homes, to many families because of the recession. And I think it's not being talked about enough, and not much is really being done to, to be able to bring a solution to these people who are suffering. And this I have seen lately. Before, people asked for help for bigger things for the most part, but it has reached the time that people are asking for help just to have a meal at the table. This is really difficult. And as you said, yes, since COVID-19, things got worse. People lost jobs. Many people are trying to recover now. And many people are getting jobs that they are not being compensated as well as they did. So that's why I think it's very, very important. And that's why I'm so thankful to our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, who had this in mind. Actually, he could have, moved faster, rushed to launch the company, but he realized that the need was great. People multiplied, tripled, quadrupled, starting 2020, especially coming up. And I think this is the moment we are in a good place. Even with the recession, still we are telling people there is hope. Don't give up. Help is on the way. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Oh, yeah, sure, sis, sure. So, Sister Fumi, do you want something to add to that, please? What's your own experience, or what's the experience of people you're getting around? We know that there's nothing new. How is it hitting people? How is it affecting lives?
You know me, I'm not afraid to get personal here because my personal issue. I'll give you an example. A couple of weeks back, my husband, we do pay as you go with gas and electricity. I think he put I can't remember, maybe about 40 quid, and he said about 2 days later he said, "Oh my goodness, the price of this thing has gone up. It looks as if we're spending £10 per day. For what? For what?" So it made me laugh because I started laughing. I thought, well, the prices of gas and electricity has gone up. So definitely is now showing. Maybe we've not noticed it extensively before, but because of the cold weather, okay, we noticed it. So in that kind of case, and don't forget we have a child in the house, so even if as adults you still don't want to be cold, that's for me personally. So it's gone really cold. Yeah, looking at gas of £10 plus per day, on whatever. If you want to have the heater on blasting, then you have to spend more than that. But for those that are around, I've seen where I've heard, like the water fountain, the water fountain that people throw money in, and they say they make wishes. I've seen people getting in there. It's on the news as well, and taking the money from there. You understand me? It's really bad. And even here in Basildon, we have them what we call resource center, where you have people, if you're short of food, you go to. The resource center itself is struggling, because normally people will have enough to be able to donate extra food items, especially dry food items there. But this time around, they're struggling in the sense that people are struggling themselves, so they don't have a lot much more to donate to resource center to help those who are having challenges, not being able to feed themselves, or not being able to feed themselves, mostly because by the time they spend the money on gas and electricity to make sure the children are sorted out and they're warm, then the food is what will be lacking. So
Right.
that resource center as well is suffering. So that's some of the things I've seen so far.
I'm happy you touched on that. Let me let people go around. I think I have something to add to that too, which I've experienced. Anita, would you like to queue up, please?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, obviously, as we've all noticed, all the bills have gone up, and I think that little smart meter is either your friend or the thing you want to throw across the room, because suddenly you're now very aware of every cost on there. So, Jesus, how much am I spending just to be warm, But look, the thing is here is, even without heating the last 4 days, because it froze up, I have to think to myself, look, I'm lucky really, because I have a roof over my head. And, I had a friend that could bring around some electric heaters that I could plug in. Now I'm looking at people in a group on Facebook. I think it's called Scrimping on a Budget. And a friend of mine, introduced me to this group to take a look. And it's just so very sad, because there are people that are putting photographs on there of that their heating is on 5 degrees. And I'm thinking 5 degrees. I mean, I have my house at 23 degrees normally, and they're like 5 degrees, and they cannot afford to put any on. If they're on a meter, they can't, they can't put the money in the meter. That's all there is to it. And you've got people on there saying to them, "Oh, you must keep warm, turn it up." Can't turn it up if they're on a payment meter. So if they haven't got the money to put in the meter, they've got to keep the electric off, haven't they, or the gas off. So it's very sad. It's a very sad situation. But I keep thinking to myself, it's not long now. It's not long now before we've got that solution coming, and to everybody, to people even in a financial struggle right now, they are going to have a
Right.
way of being able to it's the beacon of hope for humanity, is what ONPASSIVE is. So that means everyone. So even those struggling are going to have a way with ONPASSIVE to come out of that. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, sis. Who has not gone? Brother Collins, you cannot escape this, can you? Share your experience. What is the recession doing?
Oh my God. It is hitting harder than ever. I think everyone is feeling it. No matter who you are, it doesn't spare anyone. If you look at even the bus, for long, I've never used train. So this life experience, I was supposed to go to Manchester to visit my brother. I said, you know what? I'm not driving. I'll just take the train quietly and come. When I look at the train fare, my God, so expensive. I said, no, it's better to drive. I said, but why can't I say, no, I don't want to really drive. I just want to come and spend time with you guys. He said, okay, check the bus. Bus is even crazier. And I was like, what? So I canceled the trip. I said, I'm not coming because it's just so expensive and I don't want to drive. So what should I do? So, okay, you just have to. I say, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'll come on my own time. And if you look at food again, go to supermarket, it's just crazy. They just skyrocket the price and it's just going up, And I have some of my friends, some of them rent and they tell you the landlord just skyrocket rent maybe twice a year. So if you ask yourself what is really going on, you don't have an answer, and the only answer I would say is, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Though there is darkness now, but there will be light. And the light is coming. A new day is done through ONPASSIVE. There is no way we can escape it. No matter what they do, the days of, difficulties will be over. And only if you see ONPASSIVE as a beacon of hope. Both retailers, both customers.
We'll delve into that.
Yeah,
yes,
all right.
We'll delve into that. Guys, permit me be part of this panel tonight because this is the recession. If I don't share that, I'm trying to pretend that I'm not going through a lot, right? I'm just laughing because for the first time, normally it just begin middle of October, I normally turn on my heating, but it's not yet up to 3 weeks that we turned on the heating. And every now and then my hand is just there. I've learned how to go. I've never cared how they do it. My husband does that. But I've learned how to control it because every now and then I have to like either stop it or reduce or stuff. You know, everybody has a blanket. Help yourself, please, you know, stuff like that. That's all. That's not all. I've got a big family. I've got 4 children. And we normally, so altogether, we're a family of 6. I'm a lover of Aldi and Lidl, right? Because with 80 pounds, normally I get a full trolley with basic needs that can take the children, like fruits, breakfast and stuff that can take us through the week. Believe me, with 200 pounds, that's what makes what you would buy for 80 pounds prior to COVID-19. It's not a joke, and it's not easy, right? It's really, it's a difficult situation right now. So the other day I was watching on the news. There are charities who are about to take bankruptcy now. Charities that help people, like I think Sister Fumi said earlier on, or was it Anita? Charities that normally help people in situations like this, they are going bankrupt. That they are going to declare a bankruptcy and stuff like that because they are unable to provide, you know, to run the charities. And I even heard on the comment, they say when you go bankrupt, you risk not coming, your charity risk being closed down. That is how bad the recession is. So, guys, if you are joining us, we are just looking at how ONPASSIVE is to bring total solution to the Great Depression or the recession that is hitting hard on every household. So please do well to join in, comment on the comment section. Let's know what you think about this topic. And on this note, I'll just leave it open. If we like, guys, do we hit or do we go forward to look at how what hope ONPASSIVE has on us for us on the table? Because I think almost all of you said ONPASSIVE is a beacon of, which means definitely there's something in store. So Anita, if you like, you would go first. So open up. What hope do we have in ONPASSIVE, given what we're facing since 2019?
Okay, so for those people watching that don't know much about ONPASSIVE, I mean, the ecosystem is a total system that's going to be able to give people, you know, free to use products. They're going to be able to have fun. There's going to be enjoyment. So families are going to be able to come and use different products. So there's that side of it. Okay, but also there's that side where we're going to be able to save people money. So businesses out there struggling right now, we've got a solution to save them money. Okay, we've also got the solution for people that need a second income. So whether they are just looking for that little bit of top up income, or whether they're actually thinking, God, I need a whole new job, a whole business, a business or a job, you know, I mean, because there are people unemployed. So there's people that are employed but just need some extra hours. We've got it all. We've got something for absolutely everyone. So they just have to look at it as what's going to suit them. Certainly time, time isn't an issue with ONPASSIVE at all. So people can't have to worry, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time for another, you know, for a business, or I just wouldn't have time to look at it. That's not an issue with ONPASSIVE because it's all done for you. Now, we have said in the past that in the early stages, of course, if you want to, you can, you know, promote your links and you can help yourself build things faster, bigger, and start earning money. But the actual idea of ONPASSIVE really, and where we will get to, is to have your own website with all the products, to actually have the traffic sent to that website for you, where you can be getting on with other things and earning another income, sort of the passive income. You just need to be present, you just need to be engaged, and you just need to have the will and the desire to want to move forward from where you are now today. Okay, and you have to speculate to accumulate in anything in life. Speculate to accumulate. Now, that doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. I mean, speculating to accumulate means to take some kind of investment with some kind of risk, you know, but you don't really have to do that with this. Yes, you have to buy products to be able to resell products, but there are ways of earning credits to buy products with. So anyone and everyone has got some hope with ONPASSIVE. Just come along and have a look what we're all about, and there is a future for you here. Okay.
Wow. Yes. Thank you. Thanks so much, Anita, for that great one. And Gina Liva adds her voice. Welcome, sis. Thanks for joining. Jean says, over time, ONPASSIVE's ecosystem will cover the inflation, then it will cover the bills, then it will cover our support of the community and beyond to larger lifting of humanity. So on this note, it's an open conversation, guys. Just cue up from what Anita has said, from what Jean is saying, and from what more get from here, and say what you have in your mind. Sister Fumi, please.
I just knew you were going to call me on that. And I wanted to actually follow up on what Anita said there. And it's true. I just need to remind, this is not a get rich quick scheme. So over the time, like that person said, over the time, not only will this be over, and then the bills will be covered, and then you can, not just only the bills will be covered, but everything else will be covered. And then you have more than enough to be able to share with someone else and share with your community as well on the long run, because we are in it for a long haul, that. And apart from that, if you look at it, the products that we have in ONPASSIVE are products that everybody will use. Everybody right now on the face of the planet is looking for what we have, because they are solutions. Well, first of all, they give value, and first they are products that are being built on humanity and value. So it's not profit first. Solution, value, and humanity. And then we have those products are now going to be things that tools that people are going to use personally. Businesses are going to use them, because let me tell you, as much as we individuals are struggling, so are businesses. Businesses are struggling as well, especially those that are either small businesses, self-employed, sole traders, conglomerate. This thing is hitting everybody hard, in a very hard way, but different, in different perspectives. So everybody is looking for a solution, and this is where our tools, our products come in. So we have that solution, and everything goes for everybody. Everybody will use one product or the other, or all of the product. I believe that most businesses are going to use all the products anyway, because the challenges that businesses are facing right now, and you make them want to use all the products, because all our products give value, and the kind of value that they give is not just any value, but the thoughts and the humanity that has gone into it to make sure that those products actually bring solution is tip of the top and over the market value. So it's that is all I want to say. I don't want to say too much beyond that. Thank you.
Right, sis. Thank you. Thanks so much. So, Sister Gladys, you want to cue in, adding either to what the two ladies have said, to what the comments are saying, and so on, and just let it go, sis. Just flow.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Just to add up to what they have said, but also to summarize one of the comments I've seen on the chat. The sad thing is that as much as this recession is and the price of everything has just gone up, it's unfortunate that the salaries remain the same. In any case, some people are getting pay cuts, in order that they may keep their job. But the price of the things that we have to buy every day, basic needs to survive, is going higher and higher and higher. That's where you look at, you say, now, where is justice? Where is fairness? But life has to continue. When I look at ONPASSIVE, the value that it will bring to homes, the value that it will bring to humanity. How many teachers do we have in the villages around the world who graduated from college? Yes, they have a 9-to-5 job or 7-to-3, whatever it may be, depending on the country, but the salary is nearly the same, very little. But they have children to raise, most of them. They have family to cater for. They have their own needs. and probably they have loans to pay. This is where ONPASSIVE will come in. Look at our academy, how much it's going to create jobs. Let's leave alone even for the students who will use academy. The people who are professionals, people who are not even professional but have talent, people who have skills. They are going to have a place where they can showcase their skills and make some income. Where we are right now, I will say that for many around the world, they need an extra, side income, as Sister Anita and Fumi said. But the time, that's again when ONPASSIVE comes in, because they can do these things from their homes. And ONPASSIVE has tools in place to facilitate what they want to do. That makes life easier, to cope with, that enables them to have another source of income. And thank God that we don't have a greedy CEO. The person we have is a giver, naturally. Is someone who is willing to see, how can I add value to somebody, not how can I take value from somebody. And that we have seen over and over again. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Thanks so much, Sister Gladys. So, Brother Collins, a lot has been said by the great ladies. There's everything. There's ONPASSIVE brings the hope. There's everything. We trust that as time goes, at some point we'll be able to pay all these debts and we can smile again, because we will not only provide for ourselves, but for the extended families, for our communities, and of course to humanity in general. So they have talked about volume, about value, about all of those. They are your type of words. From what angle do you want to come in now? Choice is yours.
Thank you, Stako. They've just said it all until I'm just thinking, what else can I say? We're talking about the way life is just like things are really difficult. It's not going to be easy. I pray and I hope that life, if you ask me, what will you rather choose? I would say, God, help everyone so life, can be easy for everyone. But again, we know things will never come back, because, normally when they always increase things, they don't even reverse it. Even when things are better, they will never reverse it. Sometimes we talk about, the fuel price is going up. Okay, when they produce a lot of fuel, what happened? They will not bring back the price. Because they never reverse, they only continue skyrocket. So they maintain it and they know people are comfortable. So one of the things I always said, I will never pray for life to be easy, though I wish for life to be easy, but I will not wish for that, because it will never change. The only thing is, as much as life is difficult, let there be way for everybody. So we can make a way through that difficulties to see the other side, and ONPASSIVE is coming to give that breakthrough and say, yes, you guys have made life difficult, but there is a better way to do things. And I will make life more easier through the value now. Anita have spoke about, Fumi, Gladys, the value that ONPASSIVE is bringing is something that will change humanity. Anita said it well. When you're coming in for the money, it's there for you. You're coming for the products, it's there for you, because there are companies that are tied. A lot of companies are going bankrupt. Even in the UK, they are closing down every day. How many companies? We have Debenhams. Look at Debenhams. We know all the Debenhams here. Almost 200 and something years of existence disappear, vanish, and they go to administration. Why? Because they cannot cope. With a lot of shops, supermarkets, they are just going down. Do we think because they don't want to satisfy the people or give something? No, it's because they don't have the means. There is no means to even keep their employee going, sustain the business. But now we are talking about a total internet solution, which is fairer, economically it is fairer. Mr. Ashmofra have just shown that there is a better way to do something. And I used to sit and ask myself, so if there was this way to do this, why are others not doing it? Why have they not been doing it before? Why have they not been building something before, until one man will come and do something to show an example, then the rest will follow suit. And this is ONPASSIVE. We're talking about total internet digital solution. Because sometimes when we look at only the value, sometimes I look at the products that even other company will give it and make billions upon billions. ONPASSIVE is giving for free. We're talking about oatmeal, 100% free. We're not talking about the enterprise version where other company will give it in their mailing system. If you're a business, you want to use it, you have to pay for the amount of the size of files you want to upload or any capacity, you have to pay for it. ONPASSIVE said, come, I'll give you for free. And people will think that, how will this company make money? Because there's a lot of value on other products that ONPASSIVE will sustain. And besides, before I show you the good way, look at O-Trim, 100% free. Where will you ever get a trimming solution 100% free? We're talking about all the other products Mr. Ashmufara is bringing. Free. Then we're talking about the one that Mr. Ashmufara said, okay, you will pay. Look at the price as compared to others. And it's just normal. And then not only the price, cut down price, but the value that Mr. Ashmufara want to provide, the disruptiveness of the products, where everyone, whoever will come into ONPASSIVE, will not only come because they want to make sure they will enjoy the product. Today, I was enjoying my game. I was just like, I was sleeping on top of that game like it's just nothing. I spent almost 2 hours playing the game, for free, and I was just so consuming it. I said, I want to hit, the maximum point I can get. Look at the value Mr. Ashmufara is giving us. What have I paid to deserve this? Nothing. Other company, you have to pay. And this is the type of value we are saying, human value, appreciation. And then you talk about financial wise, whether you're coming for the money, fine. Whether you're coming for the product, this is the value I'm talking about. Enjoying the game. Is that not value they are giving to me for free? Yeah. So we can go on and on. It's just crazy.
Exactly. So I know, talking about value, let's do it here a bit, because it's all about value anyway. So we over the years, we know about value for money, value, and so on. But nowadays, in the days of Mr. Ashmufara, there's such thing as value for nothing, right? When you look at what our free products have to offer and the value that they have, there's no money behind this. However, Gina Lever says, let's have a quick chat on this. Academy will open up and lift the world in so many ways via education, creativity, and then income, right? So let's talk about this, because people need to know we're not only talking to ourselves as founders. Even there are many more founders who just joined maybe lately, and I don't yet know what we are talking about here. So when she talks about education and creativity and stuff, how does that help with the recession thing? I think we go a bit deep into this. It will help open up a lot of brains. So Anita, do you want to comment on this, please, from the contribution from Gina Lever?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just look back to when we came into the pandemic, and so many people were having to learn how to use Zoom, and they'd never done it before. And they were like, really, oh my God, how do I do this thing? And oh my God, I've got to do these meetings like this, and people really overcome that. Now, it'd have been great if we'd have had even a connect then. But what I like is the fact that, people had to learn. We're not forcing people to, but what we're saying is people can learn anything if they want to, and if it's going to, if it's going to provide a solution for them. And of course, they had to have that as a solution for all sorts of things during the pandemic. So with Academy, you've got to start thinking to yourself, look, you've got someone who, let's say, wants to teach the guitar, guitar lessons. They're going to be absolutely open to the whole world, rather than, just creating a course that, for people in their own language. They can put that course out there and it can go around the world. So they're going to have people coming. Now, the beauty of this is they don't even have to find those people, because they will create a website within our system, within the ecosystem, within our own products. They'll have their website, they'll have everything about that course, And then, of course, they'll be able to have traffic that we provide as well to there. So we'll help them to actually have the course, showcase their course on the website and get the actual customers to the course for them. And it's opened it up to people because they're going to be able to bring people in from any corner of the world, really. I think might be wrong, and Collins might correct me here, but isn't it that that's going to be in something like 57 languages? And then is it 57? But you actually then bring into that OConnect, as well, into Academy. You bring the two together, and that's where you've got the auto translation, and that's where people that can then actually learn anything from anywhere in the country. So be it somebody who is a teacher or somebody who wants to teach cooking, whatever it is that they want, they could sit and run a knitting course, sewing course. They don't have to be qualified to do that. Just give it a go, like you did when you had to get on and do Zoom. Get on and give it a go, and you're going to earn an income from that.
Perfect. I'm giggling, and if you watch Anita, Fumi was laughing with me because I'm hiding. I'm always ready though. So this is what I do, right? I can't stop crocheting. It's not my profession, but I can't stop. I always have stuff here. So according to Fumi, I need to, like, if I have the time, I create lessons on this. I said this is how to crochet a scarf, and a hat and stuff like that, and cardigans and stuff. You show people how to do that. On Passive, we do it. We would sell it for you. They would drive traffic to your platform, and that is just because earlier on, Jean said, if you buy, like, for example, a product, you own it, you can resell it. Which means if you buy an own Academy, one, you can resell it. Reselling it means on Passive will create a website on your behalf and then advertise Academy to people to the world on your behalf. Anybody who buys the product and is using it, they give you a commission from that. Apart from that, because it's yours, you can choose to do lessons just on this. It's very easy for me and any other person, but there are many more people who want to do it and they don't know how to do it. You show them because it's your hobby. It becomes your master because it gets you income. That is where Jean is talking about education. So it's not only about formal education. We have from nursery to university to any level. Yes, of course. We also have informal education, creativity, stuff like this, all together, which bring you the income. That is where now we are talking about the total solution to the recession that is out there. So it's only, let's enjoy this recession thing while it lasts, because sooner or later it's going to be history. ONPASSIVE is capable. ONPASSIVE has everything that it needs to eradicate this. It's only a matter of time. So, Sister Gladys, do you want to chip into this before we move to something else, please?
Yeah, I'm just going to add something small, and I'm going to go with the people who have skills, not professional jobs or degrees. This is a platform like Academy that's really, really going to provide that equal level playing ground. I can give an example of my daughters. Those who have, daughters, you know how much you pay to have their hair done. Last month, I took my daughter to a salon, and the lady asked me for $200 without winking. I was like, $200 for a kid? She said the discount she could give me is $180 if I got the type of braids that I wanted. And then this took me back to think about the hairdressers in Kenya. I go there, when I have my hair done here, I pay $120 just to have the locks retwisted. But when I go to Kenya, it's $10. Can you imagine how the people from back home and around the world can have their skills exposed to the world? I'm sure there are many moms out there like me who want to learn braiding, but I want to learn it in a way that is structured. It's, I can log in when I want because I have life. I work, I have family. I don't want to be told you have to be on at this time. That's why I like Academy, because if someone is offering classes about hairdressing or braiding, doing braids on, a child's head, I can log in anytime. I can learn the skill anytime. And do you see how much freedom that's going to give me? Because I can do it, but I don't know how to do it. And those people, the women, the men who do hair, in other countries where they are not compensated well for their skill, because they deserve to be compensated. Instead of some else where they are being paid 200 and those are being paid $10, how about we have this place now, Academy, where they can showcase their skill, and each party be paid 100 instead of that huge gap. So ONPASSIVE is going to reduce the gap. So I'm so excited, and I just can't wait to see what skills I need to learn. I have more to learn. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Sure, sure. Thank you. I'm just happy because Gina Liver says she can learn my skills. So good for me. Yeah, sure. So listen, these things we are saying, they all boil down to humanity. They have to do. If Lynn Nakamoto were here, even watching, she would quickly agree with me because she knows it's my thing. This idea of empowering people and then improving, because Brain Lamyan says, on past bring dignity to millions of people in the presence of recession. Listen, even Ash the other time said, like with the All Blessed, now we're shifting from handovers to empowerment, to total empowerment. You know what it means? Somebody is sitting here, they don't know where the next bread is going to come from. Whatever little thing they give you, you give to them. They feel like they owe you something because you gave them bread. But then this is that moment where a poor teacher back, like in my country, I don't know about in yours, they are the most hardworking people, they're nation builders, but their salaries are ridiculous. They will make these courses and upload here. A hairdresser back home who does the same hair that I paid to Sister Gladys pays $200 for a child, that same hair is done back home for about $5. That hairdresser would make tutorials and upload here, and then Mr. Ash Mufara will drive traffic to it, and they'll finally have a live. You know that platform that they have placed for everybody to stand on it on the same level, it's going to like bring back people's dignity. That is how it will improve a quality of life, and if not, why not a lifespan and stuff like that. I don't know whether it's making any sense, but let's circle it to around this humanity thing and see what it brings for us, please. Sister Fumi, I leave it open. I don't know where you want to go from, but I like Brother Lamyam's on that.
I do agree with what Brother Lamiam said. If you look at it, it's not just that, but the fact that you have young children back in Africa as well that are really talented. They have ideas. Are you understanding me? That no one has ever discovered, that needs to be showcased to the world. And don't forget, our CEO, Brad Ash, is someone that is interested in people that have, IQs and ideas that are, out of this world. We have children like that. And you see, not just Academy, but O Connect also. Academy is somewhere where they can be showcased, because those children that build things out of nothing and make things out of it, we call them back home, we say, oh, they're special, gifted, talented, children. Their talents can be, showcased. You never know, they get a scholarship. They don't need to leave their countries, but they can study from whatever, stage they are now up to university level and earn a degree, just like everybody else, right here on Academy. You understand me? Whereby the parents, maybe many a times with children like that, they're so talented, but sometimes the parents are not very rich. So they're always trusting God to make sure that child goes another level, goes another. But you see, if that kind of child is showcased on Academy, they showcase their skills, they showcase what they've got. Someone at not a university that is on Academy could see that child and see that child's work and call on that child and sponsor that child. That child has education. That child does not leave his or her country, nor does not leave his or her parents, but have a degree. Have a degree and probably even further down, further up, So I see the potential. We're just talking about the potential of just academy and all connected together here, but there's a potential of every product, not just for individuals, but also for businesses. Take, for example, we're always talking about HR. Brad Collins here is always talking about it as well. And it's true. Sometimes they have to log into like 4 or 5 different applications to do one thing. So you can imagine that is single sign-on, and then they don't need to stress. And then the issue of HR, the issue of, what do you call it? Holiday time paid off, timing in, timing out, things like that is solved for companies. A lot of companies, not just small companies, but or sole traders or self-employed people, but for a whole range of, companies up to conglomerates. Because at the end of the day, these are some of the challenges that businesses are facing. And that's just a little bit of it, that kind of thing. And let's look at it. Most businesses right now want to maximize their profit. So they'll be looking for, hawking out for what will help them to maximize their profit. And right now, ONPASSIVE has got the tools for not just the challenges, solutions to challenges that businesses are facing, right across the board, but also how they are going to maximize their profit. And we have those tools.
Oh yes, sure. Thank you. Thanks so much, Sister Fumi. Okay. John, thank you for joining. You're just coming in now. You didn't know. We are discussing today on a topic which says that ONPASSIVE is going to be the total solution to the recession that is giving a lot of humbug to lives out there these days. So we want to know your perspective. So on this note, Brother Collins, earlier on I mentioned that I heard on the news where they say many charities are at the verge of going bankrupt, declaring bankruptcy, and that might be the end of these charities. Countries like mine, we don't know about charities, it's Shaken Kuswa, but in countries, some other countries like here, we know the strength of charities in the community. So to stop charity, to give hope to some of these charities, people need to know. We need to spread this word for everybody to know. We want to know, let these charity owners or charity organizations to know that ONPASSIVE can revive them. So how, Collins, what solution, what value does ONPASSIVE have for organizations like charities, companies, businesses, and so on? Just discuss solution here. Let's hear.
There is everything within ONPASSIVE where all organizations will use, But before going to the charity, I just want to say one thing about Academy. I think we missed some of the point with Academy. Academy, if you look at online study application, study application is almost 250 billion US dollars business. And they're talking about 2027, where it will go to $1 trillion. And there's a lot of application out there. Look at the money they are making. But we're talking ONPASSIVE coming, and most of these applications, I've used a lot of them. They give you certificate that is even worthless. So after you've studied, you have to go out and then sit for the certification again. But we're talking about a total solution that you sit in the comfort of your home, study, and then get accredited. You are really accredited, to something meaningful where it is internationally recognized. Academy is coming to provide that for children who are struggling. School fees, you don't need to travel here, go, and you can study, get the same qualification like someone who studied in Harvard. That's the beauty about Academy. Everything is there for you. The only thing is you need to take it. So I always blame Academy when it comes to countries like underdeveloped countries. There are charity organizations, as Mr. Comfort said. Why don't use OBLESS, build a center where these students can come and study using Academy? Through OBLESS can create a center, because OBLESS is about empowering. It's not about hangout as Mr. Alfred said. It's about empowering. You use OBLESS, build a center, put computers there, and these children will come and study using Academy because it's just their online study application, and they get everything for free. That's the power of O Bless, Academy, and then O Connect, where you can get live teacher teaching them. You know, it's like bringing everything together, bringing the whole world, giving them the same knowledge, because knowledge is power. Okay, so if I go back to what Sister Comfort said, how it will help a lot of charity organizations, ONPASSIVE is there for you. You know, there are charity organizations that can come into ONPASSIVE, participate, look at the tools and services, said, okay, now I'm really struggling, tight financial budget. What can I use in ONPASSIVE that can steam my business up? You know, charity. Oh, bless is there for you. You know, you can look at it. It will help a lot of, because this is something that you can even generate funds. For instance, I have the interest of help elderly people, not only in United Kingdom, but everywhere I meet them, because that's my this like cancer research as well, all over the globe. What will I do? I'll use Obless, and I'll work with charity organizations that are really there, struggling. I know they are providing these services for others, and say, you know what? Hey, you can get this. You know, it is there for you, all done for you. And this will bring a lot. It will even revive them. Why not even resellers position? That can even give them, even boost all this organization up. You said, oh, I'm giving it for free, because normally when you are really sincere, because the only thing, sometimes people are not really sincere, charity organization. If you are sincere, you said, all what is coming is going to help these people who are struggling. I don't think the government will tax you. That is tax free, because you are not benefiting anything from it. All the things that you can get a research position, said, I get this position is for this. The government will even kiss you and say, my goodness, thank you very much, after you've removed some burden from us. You know, and this is what they need to be looking at in ONPASSIVE. Everything is just there for charity organization to come in. Take a look at the services and the solution, because they said it is a solution. It is a solution to what we are struggling now. It is a solution to businesses, to everyone who are struggling. And ONPASSIVE is creating that avenue, Mr. Comfort, where they can take advantage of it. You know, take advantage of everything within ONPASSIVE, and they'll be successful. They'll see the services they'll provide for these people, because sometimes these people are really struggling. Let me say, like the elderly, go to most of the homes. They are struggling. They don't even have something to even provide them good services. But come into ONPASSIVE, you provide them top quality services, where everyone will say, you know what, that care home, that's where I'll put my parents. This one, that's where they will go, because you are providing them something that has never been done before through ONPASSIVE. So, Sister Comfort, I'll trade it back to you.
Oh, I know. Sister Gladys, did you say something about this humanitarian aspect of it? Because I'm not sure.
Yes, Sister Comfort, as Brother Collins has said, ONPASSIVE really has a solution. Of course, ONPASSIVE realizes, and our CEO has said this, and we repeat the same, we cannot solve all the problems of the world. But I believe that we will do enough to create a dent in all these issues that are going on, in most of the issues. And we will be transforming one life at a time. So, like, oh, bless, you know, Mr. Ash Mufara, our brother and friend, who is the CEO of ONPASSIVE, loves to empower and inspire, as you said, Sister Comfort. He doesn't just believe in giving handouts and saying, bye-bye, see you next time, wait for next month, I'm going to send you something. Because basically that's what we have been doing, especially people in diaspora. You know, whatever you can, or even people back home, you know, your neighbor is hungry, you give her a can of maize, some little vegetables, tell them come next week when the vegetables will be, you know, grow again so that you get some more. But that's not the lifestyle that he wants to create. The products in ONPASSIVE, I'm going to touch again what Brother Collins said, especially Oh Bless. For these charities that are struggling, if they take a reseller position, they don't have to if they don't want. But that's just one way that can bring them to a place where they can at least have the hope of a better tomorrow. Because we have already seen that these are people who already have the heart to uplift humanity. And that's what ONPASSIVE is about. If you have a charitable organization and you are really doing things that are impacting lives, empowering people, inspiring them, and you present your course to ONPASSIVE. I say this is my course. So of course, ONPASSIVE is going to have its own criteria of vetting every, course that is presented. And if they find that it's a course that is, set to empower people, inspire people for generations to come, create jobs, help people so to the point that they are independent, give them work, so that they can support their families, I'm sure it will be considered. So just find, go to www.onpassive.com, click products, look for Oh Bless. If you are a charity organization, read about it and see, does it line up with your vision that you have? And if it does, then find out, submit your email, whatever information you are asked, and find out, get more information. Someone from the OnPassive company will follow up with you to give you more information. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Thanks so much, Sister Gladys. Thank you, team. I know this is a topic that can go on and on and on and on because, like Jean says, you can't stop saying, you can't stop talking because there's so much to say about this. That's just it for us. And the good news here, once again, guys, there is hope. There is a bright light at the end of the tunnel. For those who just late, we were discussing on the topic that OnPassive holds a total solution to the recession that is out there ravaging family happiness. So we have had a great discussion. We want to make our last round here. It's my tradition. There's no way we can go without making this last round because people still have a few stuff that they find important to drop. Why not, if you have something you think is still useful, still itching on your chest, drop it on the comment section. Many people will watch this, and this information will be valuable year in, year out, because OnPassive is here to stay. So let's go on our last round. Sister Fumi, you want to go first? Do you have some other last quick thing you want to say before we close, please?
I just want to encourage not just individuals, but also charities and anybody. Look, it is free. Nobody's going to force anybody. Go, like Sister Gladys said, go to www.onpassive.com. Look in there, log in, look at the products, look at, because they are not just products, but they're tools. See what is available, see what's coming, and see what you like, and then make an informed, decisive, decision. It's very important because at the end of the day, I know, especially those who are back home as well, they many of them have gone through a lot in the hands of scammers of different kinds of businesses, but this is the business you have been waiting for. And I know that because, not just because I've gone through the same thing that you have gone through, but because I know I've searched so many places and saw so many things, like all of us here, and we know that this is the bus stop. This is the bus stop. This is the last stop. I don't think you will see any kind of business on the face of the earth that everything will be done for you. And even when you have other things, the solution has been created for you. All you need to do is pick it and use. You understand me? That is all I want to say. Make sure you key in. If you are interested in being a reseller, check that website out, www.onpassive.com, and I think you will find what you have been looking for. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, thank you. Sister Anita, you have something to say, please? Definitely.
Always. Just following on from what Fumi said there, really, is really tonight we've really been touching on it from a customer point of view. If you think about it, the customer coming along and, creating a course or something on Academy and earning money from that course, and touching from a customer point of view from their charities coming along and using Oh Bless. Now, you imagine that those people do all that and get really quite excited about what that's doing for them. Then comes the business, the OnPassive business. They click a reseller button, share that with other people, and get paid for doing so. So they're not only able to create wealth within their own type of business, that by running courses or promoting another website they've got or whatever, click a button, get as excited as us, share it with other people, you know, and you don't have to do webinars to do that, but just share it with friends, family, everyone you speak to, someone down the pub, your neighbor, the dog, anything, just share. And you're going to get paid commission just for sharing. So it's a two-way, there's two avenues of income here. One with your own existing business or creating a new business, and the other one is with ONPASSIVE itself as a standalone business. So if people don't have that kind of creativity, or they don't have an existing business, or they can't, you know, go and create a course, it doesn't matter. You just come into ONPASSIVE, click reseller, and let us help you. Let us do it all for you, and you've got an income there, regardless of your skills or creativity or anything. Okay, just want to make that clear.
All right. Thank you so much, Anita. Collins, any last thing, please?
Yeah, so ONPASSIVE is just, I would say, the solution to everything we can think of. No matter how we have struggled, there are people who say, oh, I've been, I've failed in this area, ONPASSIVE is your answer. Forget about your failure, because Martin Luther King said something which I always said, I always look at it and I said, what this man said was right. He said, there are times, I'll even read it here, there are times he said, we must accept final disappointment, but never lost infinite hope. ONPASSIVE is the hope. No matter how you are disappointed in a lot of things you've done, you must accept, look at ONPASSIVE and say, this is something that is there for the future, because whether we like it or not, it is here to stay, as the Comfort said. And whether we refuse it, we will use it one way or the other. We are using Google, all the other products, they are there. We are using them. There is no way you can talk about search engine without talking about Google. So think about ONPASSIVE, this massive giant with a lot of things inside, coming not because they want to build it for anything, but for humanity. Things that will save life, businesses, and a lot. And we're talking about the great recession now we are. ONPASSIVE is the solution to this recession we are talking. But the only thing you have to do, the choice is on you. Are you happy to come in? Because no matter how we preach that it is the solution, but you must take a leap of faith. Go to www.onpassive.com, take a look, on that side, and say, just look at it, see what ONPASSIVE can offer for you, because only you can make that decision. It is there, it is bold printed, navigate the whole system. At least you will find something that will even make you to start to think, because that's the only thing I will say here. But I just want to thank everyone who is here, all the founders and non-founders. ONPASSIVE is for everyone. It's for the great, the small, the big businesses. It's for everybody. It has the value. So thank you, Comfort. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Brother Collins. Over to you, Sister Gladys.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. I don't want to repeat the value. I'm just going to dwell on the fact that when you come to a new organization or to a new company, I think naturally you always check to see the kind of CEO, the kind of leader who is leading that organization. And that's very, very, very important. And I thank God for the life of Mr. Ash Mufare, because he's someone, since he started this company, who has tried to adjust to see how much can he make it better for, for the founders, for the customers, for the resellers, anything, even what's happening now, we know it's for the better, because he wants it to work, and he wants it to work well. Trying to clear this MLM mentality from our mindset because of the past. For the most part, the past will always contribute to who we become in the present or in the future. So he's trying to clear that off. He doesn't want us to, to have something that drops from Peter to pay Paul, just trying to put that level playing ground whereby we come in as brothers and sisters, and is trying to make it that way so that we all are able to receive what we are supposed to receive fairly. So welcome to ONPASSIVE, those who did not make it to become founders, come in as resellers. As Brother Collins and Comfort said, there is something for everybody in ONPASSIVE. We are limitless, we are unstoppable, and we are here to stay. You may not come now, and it's okay. Take time, do your own research at www.onpassive.com. If you don't come now, I'm sure in due time you will come when the right time is. Thank you so much. Back to you, sis.
Wow. Thank you, Tim. I know you over delivered again, just in the way of Mr. Ash Mufare. And of course, I'll end by borrowing from Sister Gladys the last few words. We are limited, we are unstoppable because we are unpassive, right? We are a league of our own. We are the boss. We have taken the internet space by storm. We have everything nobody has ever seen. We have solution to every problem. We have solution to the pollution that's already taking place here. We are the correction to the corruption. So if you are joining us now, the topic was trying to tell people, especially those who don't yet know about ONPASSIVE, that we all know because we all are victims of the Great Depression that is out there now. Every home is suffering. People learn to use blankets and not turn on the heating because the bills keep skyrocketing while salaries remain the same. People are like, oh, where do we go from here? It may even get worse after Christmas. However, there is a reason to smile from molar to molar because there is total solution here. Bring your creativity, bring your talent, bring your hobby, bring anything. Just bring your empty hands and show us that you are interested. We'll create a business for you. We'll do anything for you that will put you back onto the job market or to the business or whatever thing so that you finally regain that dignity of yours, quality of life, and of course, life would be worth living again. Thank you, team, for doing a wonderful job again. And of course, family, see you again really soon. We have to keep this going. Thank you for joining, guys. Thanks and bye.